Hello, music lovers. It's me, Barry Morgan, in the organ room, and I'm very excited tonight. As you can see, I'm dressed up from the bush. That's right, the wonderful Watty Thompson. Watty, welcome to the organ room.
Thank you so much for having me in the organ room. I've heard lots about it.
A few stories about
the organ room. Fair bit of that
room.
word travels fast down the southwest, but also I ran in a stretch a couple of nights ago.
Oh my goodness, every episode. I tell you, where is he tonight? I needed some gaffer before just to fix a hole and what? No. So where did you run into Stretch, of course? No.
I come to the Big Smoke on Friday, just past for a run of screenings, film screenings at Thornbury Picture House, beautiful venue on High Street.
Right, and tell me, what movie did you go and see?
Well, it was one that...
I've got some favourites.
Yeah. This is one I starred in myself.
In your set?
Yes.
My goodness, getting a little bit of jealousy going on already. I'll just have a look in your camera. So you've got a feature film made about yourself already at your young age?
Oh, it's a live concert film.
Live concert film?
Yes. It was Watty Thompson live at Estonian House, the film.
And how did it go?
Beautiful. It was a bit of an experiment, as we do as artists, trying new things out.
Oh, I bet your manager said that about you coming into the organ room tonight.
The brain's always ticking, there's always ideas firing. So we thought if we're too tired to play shows, why don't we just play a video of a show at some cinemas? And we did a whole tour up the East Coast.
My God, that is a great idea.
Put the feet up, didn't bring a guitar to town.
I might look at filming myself.
Yes.
In the privacy and comfort of my organ room, playing my organ.
Yes,
and then I can send that out so I don't have to go to all those organ parties in Paran anymore.
I'd love to see that. I'd watch that video.
That you've made it to the Big Smoke. Where did that term come from? What made it to the Big Smoke?
The Big Smoke, when I first thought I'd try my luck at playing these songs in the big city.
Your songs?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I spent years prior to coming to this town just playing them at my favourite regional areas and up the mountains and down the coast and different spots. But when I thought I'd really come to the big city and have a crack, I booked a...
Have a crack?
Have a crack. I booked a 5-week residency at one of my favourite pubs in this town, the Gem in Collingwood.
Yes, yes.
We called it 5 weeks in the Big Smoke, and I just stayed at the pub for 5 weeks.
Right.
Upstairs in the dining room.
How was the liver after that?
It was all right, but the heart was it was one of the most haunted pubs in the town, I'd say. So there's a few old residents still hanging about upstairs, making themselves known. So.
Oh my goodness, like all the old residents at the Sisters of No Mercy nursing home where I play my gigs on the road.
Yes.
Tell me, what you've got? What's in the box?
I hope you don't mind, but I brought a little gift from something I like to partake in down the southwest.
Right.
Sit with friends and around a warm, cosy spot or around a fire and use one of these. So.
Right. So you sit with friends around a warm, cosy fire.
Yes.
And you use one of these. Oh, look at that. What have we got? Oh, look that. That's a Wilde, the Billy Boyles.
What's it say on there?
Watty Thompson, come and have a cuppa with me. Oh, my.
And I was hoping we could share a cuppa now.
Well, I could do it just like they do in Hollywood. Cheers.
How was it?
Thanks. It reminds me of the times that I get together with my friends and we gather round an organ.
Yes.
Make eye contact and smile. It's true, Watty, that you were born in the bush.
That's right.
But weren't we all born in the bush?
Yes, in some way, yes.
Anyway, where was it?
The Barmer Forest.
Right. Up near Echuca.
Up near Echuca.
On the Murray River. Well, I got a story today because I had a wonderful conversation on the phone. If that rings, let me know because... I can't hear it sometimes out of the left ear because Stretch is always in that one, and occasionally Kylie Minogue is calling on that phone. So if it rings, you let me know. Barry, stop everything. Kylie's on the phone.
You don't want to miss that call.
Well, she generally calls after midnight, but hey. There's a bit of a story there that you didn't really talk to the teachers when you first went to school. You remember that?
I do. I remember it vividly. Lockington.
What was going on there? Mrs. Olin.
Something, a cat had my tongue. Up until grade, well, it was halfway into prep, I'd say.
Right.
I could not speak to an adult outside of my immediate family outside of my parents. So,
Right.
so I'd go to school and I'd talk to my friends and I'd talk to kids, but I'd
wouldn't-
shut down when an adult would talk to me.
Oh, well, I hope you don't shut down tonight.
I hope not. Well, I've found my voice since. But old Mr. Coffee pulled me aside one day, and I can't remember what the process was. He had a neat little badge, and he said, "If you can tell me what this image is, you can have this badge." And I told him what it was, and then away we went.
And you got a badge, and that made you feel confident to talk to the adults.
Yes.
So I don't want to sort of get into deep therapy here, but why? What went wrong?
I don't know.
Well, I got a theory from Sam, your dad. He was saying that there was a preschool teacher that was a bit of a old school teacher that would maybe give a bit of a clip under the ear.
Could have very possibly been, because I don't have many memories from those.
A bit of a whipping. Similar to me when I keep going to that High Court judge's private parties down in South Yarra. I always wake up and dust myself on a Sunday morning, and I don't have any memory of where those welts have come from.
Dear, oh dear.
Did you hear that? Now, you've been in the studio.
Yes.
How's that going?
That's going well. It's funny what happens when you just say, I'm just going to go all in and follow the dream and have a crack and get some music heard.
Go all in.
And all of a sudden, about a year, it's 1 year to the day, this debut album come out. It's a double vinyl, I couldn't fit all the music on one.
Right.
That's slowly making its way out there and getting some really lovely...
Look at that, vinyl's making a comeback.
Heart is very warmed at how much people are connecting with the music and sharing their stories and the feelings that it's bringing on for them. But I have been in the studio recording a new song, the first song from the second album, and it's called Rock and Roll. It's written on the back there.
Oh my goodness, the tattoo. I've been thinking about getting a tattoo, you know. I want to join, because I want to try and rock and roll like you guys. I was thinking, I'm a bit unsure whether I get all capital letters or lowercase.
Yeah.
Possibly, definitely capital letters for the beginning. I was going to get one on my neck that says, make reasonable choices.
Yeah. I can see that.
We are bonding, aren't we? Aren't we bonding over a cuppa here in the organ room with the wonderful Watty Thompson? Go on.
So growing up the sticks, you can imagine that some people might not believe in your dream as much as you do. They might say, what are you going to do if this doesn't work out? And so you might be told it's unrealistic to follow a life of art. But some folks live to chase a dollar.
Yes.
Chasing that dollar's all they'll do.
Yes.
Saving up so they can start living when their living days are through. Tell me, can you see the true value in life when all the spotlight's on the coin? Or will you reach the end, reflect, and then find you've gone and missed life's point? The path of an artist is far from secure, but I see no guarantee in living year after year by someone else's idea of what your life should be. So, we'll take the dicey road making art, mate. Call us crazy all you like. But you won't see us stew on what we didn't do when we look back on our life.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Barry Morgan. I'm here with Watty Thompson, and we're getting down to talk.
We are getting down to talk.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. That's the sentiment of this next single. It's a public admission of self-belief in a country where we're brought up being taught that you're not allowed to admit you believe in yourself. You're not allowed to share your hopes and dreams out of fear of getting cut down.
Yes.
And it's also written as encouragement to other artists to don't take the safe road because society told you that your hopes and dreams are unrealistic. Just go all in like yourself, Barry.
That's it now, young ones out there. Don't you take the safe road. Get out there, get some walking socks and some very short shorts and get out there.
That's right.
So, right, I want to go back to your first experiences with music, Watty.
Yes.
Because I heard a great story from your wonderful dad, Sam, about the cat piss piano.
I forgot
You forgot?
I remember the piano, and I've told this story recently, but I completely forgot.
So it was an uncle's piano.
Yes.
And after he passed away, bless him, you went over there, the family went over there to get the piano, but you didn't sort of realise, your dad said you didn't realise that the they had 40 cats in the house.
Yes.
Soiled the piano. So when you got it back home to your family place, your family home, it was so vile your mum and dad couldn't put it in the house, so they put it in the shed.
Yes.
The cat piss piano.
The cat piss piano.
And then eventually mum and dad put the piano in the house.
Yes, they said, there's something going on here. We have to, despite the smell.
Yep.
Which I did not remember, they had to get it inside.
Well, see.
And someone asked at that Q&A the other night, the film screening, that was there a moment of realising I wanted to do this or play?
Yes.
But I can't remember, I can't remember seeing something on telly or anything, but it was just the draw to the piano in the shed.
So we had the pet crow.
Yes, Colin.
Tell me about Colin the crow.
Colin, I believe Colin was a rescue animal.
Right.
Which I'm surrounded by quite a bit of that down home at the moment, because one of our best mates back down near Durango is Dingo Doran, who's a wildlife rescuer. And I rescued a cougar with a broken wing just Thursday night and had to call Doro. She also works, because the wildlife rescuing is just a volunteer situation. Right. She works at a primary school. She'd come around after school to pick up the cougar and take it around to go to be helped. But I believe that Colin was a rescue, fallen out of a nest, so he come home and was raised at our place, and then flew off as an adult, flew the coop, then proceeded to just pop in whenever he liked every couple of days and sit on Dad's shoulder.
Sounds like a teenager.
Have a bloody sip of the beer and we'll come for a bit of whatever was on offer. He'd always come over for Hey 8 Saturday.
Right.
On a Saturday evening. And,
fantastic. Well, that was a great show.
Yes.
Well, let's hope that this one's as big.
He disappeared for quite a while.
Right.
Everyone was a bit worried and a bit sad. And then he turned up with a bunch of little, what are Australian raven offspring called?
Baby birds.
With a little group of baby birds, and turned out Colin the crow was Colleen the crow, and had been a
Colin become Colleen.
And
I told you he was ahead of his time. Colleen hung around and actually learnt a few tricks from the dog.
Yes.
The dog. What was the dog's name?
Might have been that's Usual. I do remember that. Usual, the old dog, was out the backyard once, and Colin flew in for a visit, or Colleen, and was pecking away at Usual's poo, and Usual got quite jealous and was like, "Get away from that!" and then ate her own shit because she was jealous of this.
We might edit that out with some, children's music. Mary had a little lamb. And the doctors were amazed. All right, so let's get on to the band.
Yeah.
Watty Thompson and the Total Fire Band.
That's right.
Fantastic.
I consider myself, I am extremely lucky to have had this dream band just naturally fall into place.
Fantastic.
A lot of averages on kind of 8 to 12 members, but some of the bigger events like that Stony House show was 16 to 18 on stage.
Right.
And made up of old friends and new friends, but everything just naturally. I met someone here that was in the right place, right time, and now everyone, new friends and old friends, have become the group of the best friends. And everyone's so delighted to play in the band together. And
so you're surrounding yourself with wonderful friends and musicians, old friends, new friends. My goodness, I just like my friends to have their own tea.
How much does it power your music along when you've got a group of friends that believe in it and enjoy playing it with you? And
they're all in there. I must say that bass player was a little bit grumpy this afternoon in there. Well, that's great. So where can we see the band? It's you've got you've been in the studio recording. You've got a new song coming out, which is
that's right.
Which is rock and roll.
Rock and roll, and I believe that's coming out probably towards the end of June, and then we do a string of shows throughout the next 3 months. The first one being at the newly resurrected Tote Hotel.
The Tote Hotel?
Yes.
My goodness, I hope I've got my tattoo done before that one, Watto.
Which is
Watty.
A big rock and roll story in itself.
Oh, look at this. Did you meet one of the organeers here before? What is
I
this?
did.
All right, I thought we might see if we can get ourselves into a bit of an emotional bubble together. Well, we're sitting in an emotional bubble. I've been thinking about this a little bit lately.
Yes.
The idea of what I do to get through the day when I get into a bit of an emotional bubble. And I can sense by listening to your wonderful music and your lyrics, and you've got to get along, see the Watty Thompson band, the Total Fire Band, have a listen. The lyrics, what I loved also the other evening was that I could hear all the lyrics.
Yes.
And you are very expressing a lot of feelings.
Thank you, Barry.
And I think that is something that's very important. When I get into an emotional bubble, I like to, play a little bossa nova.
Beautiful.
And have a good chin wag to Cardboard Baz, because he's a good listener.
That's a great way to get out of emotional bubbles, having a chin wag with someone you love.
Yes.
And a good friend can have the ability to reach into the bubble and kind of break it open a bit, let all the emotions flow out. And
that's right.
By taking them on themselves, then back and forth, and all of a sudden the bubble's off. And
well, at the end of this little time, we might be able to help each other take each other's emotional bubble off.
That would be,
because we've had a good chat.
Wonderful.
He has got a wonderful smile, the wonderful Watty Thompson. Well, I really should offer you a little, maybe something to eat and something to drink. Would you like a shot of Ribena?
You know, I've never ever had a shot of Ribena, so I wouldn't say no.
I'll take one of these together. Just a little halfie.
Oh, it's thick.
Oh, it's thick and it does get in. You have the big one because you've got the tattoo.
All right. Yeah.
Cheers. Here's to helping each other out.
Friendship.
When you're in an emotional bubble.
Beautiful.
Oh. Well, now, the bloody Stretch, my roadie, he was excited that you were coming and he's had to run off and do something, I don't know, with gaffer tape and a cardboard box in the park in St Kilda. I got no idea what he gets up to. Anyway, he's left a wonderful meal because the other evening he did Stretch's famous pressure cooker rabbit.
Oh, wow.
Stretch's rabbit stew.
Yes.
And I want you to have a little try there.
Wow.
That is the real deal. I know the organeer is going to get you a fork.
Beautiful.
And with his timing, and that's a beautiful the china plate there. And this is Neil Murray's rabbit.
Wow.
That's right. He shot it, he scun it, and he gutted it. Which is a good thing, because when you're in but getting gutted, it actually makes you feel like you get in an emotional bubble. You try a bit of that beautiful meat.
I'm very excited.
We'll just savour the man there, just get on there, just rip, hit, turn that, that's it.
You know, I sing about rabbit stew in one of my songs.
Yes?
Did someone...
Yeah, Stretch told me all about it, that's why I can't give that a try. Whew, tell you what, wish you had two, I'm bloody hungry.
I've got the leg. This is wonderful.
Maybe there's a fork out there and I should have a little bit too.
Oh.
Hey?
Did you cook that?
Well, Stretch did.
Stretch it. That is magnificent.
Well, we're not sharing it with any of the organeers tonight.
Wow.
Well, here we are in an emotional bubble, sharing a drink and a food and a bit of a chin wag. We're surrounded by family and friends and a very loud, laughing group of people. We'll sample that. Is it good?
It's warming I think it's breaking my emotional bubble.
You're starting to break out, eh? I can have one. Oh, I'll
spoon.
I'll go the spoon.
Was this your plan all along? To
get you into emotion. It's really good, isn't it?
It's fucking real good.
Ooh, we'll beep that out. Isn't it good?
Rabbit stew for...
That's good rabbit.
That's fucking great rabbit. I was walking in the Pines a few weeks ago, Stretch, with my darling Bertha, and we had our dog Esme Watson,
yes,
with us, and ran off into the trees, and to come back with a rabbit in her mouth, and never seen Esme hunt before, and we were so proud of her and thanking her, and the rabbit already seemed like it might have been on its way out, we're not sure, but Esme kind of put it out of its misery, and we took it home and cooked a stew, and upon reflection realised it would have had mixo, because had the leaky eyes, and I think the only way Esme could catch a rabbit if it was blind. And
my goodness, there's a segue there with the leaky eyes while we were in an emotional bubble. We say that's bringing you out of the emotional bubble, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just do a little bit at a time. There he comes. There he is. Coming out of the emotional bubble. That's how you do it, folks.
I feel a weight lifted. Thank you, Barry.
And we certainly don't want to take away from the intensity of people that feel in an emotional bubble. We want them to reach out, have a chat, play a bit of music. I'm going to take myself out of the emotional bubble because I know I can do that tonight because I've got the wonderful Watty Thompson in the organ room. And I tell you what, I don't know, Watty.
I might not let you get out.
Oh, mate, cooker. Yeah, mate. It's beautiful to see you again.
Hello, Watty.
Hello, cooker. How are you?
Good.
You are looking beautiful.
Good, thank you, Watty.
Just looking at you warms my heart. You know, I'm glad I ran into you today, cooker, because I've got to thank you for something.
What's that, Watty?
Every morning down the bush, I wake to your cackle at first light. And every single morning, your joyous laughter reminds me to tackle the day with a positive and optimistic outlook.
That's great, Watty.
Cooker, you remind me to find the beauty in every day.
You're quite beautiful too, Watty.
Thanks, Cooker.
Hey, what about that bloody Barry Morgan?
He's a scallywag.
How did you go with the rabbit?
The rabbit was fantastic. You ever tried rabbit?
Oh, occasionally. In the paddock. Hey, your dad said you were pretty good on the tooth.
Good on the tooth.
Yeah, he reckons that when you were 5 years old, you ate boiled ox tongue.
I did. I remember. That's another memory I've remembered tonight, Cooker. I went out camping with my old man and a couple of his bushman mates.
Right.
It was a very old fella, probably would have been early 90s, I'd say. He
Oh.
was a proper old bushman, and he cooked us ox tongue, and from memory, there was nothing special. It was just boiling water in an old camp oven. And he just got the tongs and got this steaming ox tongue out and sliced it up, and I don't think it was very good, Cooker.
Oh, well, your dad was very proud. You were able to eat ox tongue.
He's got a memory. He's got a memory on him, that
Yeah,
old fella.
I'm very excited about your band. And I feel like it's a family because Barry needs a family. He's had me locked in here for quite a number of years. Do you realise it might be a while before you get out again?
How many years?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have grey hair like this when I first got here. You can see a photo of me as a baby up on the Leslie. Go and get it. Have a look on the Leslie behind you.
Oh, wow, that's you.
That's me as a baby.
Yeah, oh, wow. There you are, reminding everyone to see the beauty in every day.
Oh, I was good looking then and I'm good looking now.
Absolutely you are. Maybe you should come home to Taronga meet with me tonight instead of staying here.
Well, I'd like to, but I don't think you realise the gravity of the situation we're both in. He wants us to stay because he sort of thinks he's a cult leader and we're a part of the cult.
Maybe Barry can come with both of us down the Otways.
Well, from what Stretch has told me, you're a bit of a cult leader too. You've got a lot of people circling around you.
We're just a big old happy bunch of friends and family.
That's right, and then end up you sleeping with them all in 20 years' time, and then you'll be in court. Just like Barry. But the thing is, it's hard to get the message out.
How does a kookaburra like you know about court?
Oh, I've flown and shit on the roof of court many times. A lot of people out there, they think I'm not real, but I reckon you could go and grab something off the Leslie,
Yeah.
and I can see what it is. Just grab anything you like.
Okay,
That's one of Barry's favourite walking kits.
oh yes.
When he goes walking, which is not very often.
Now, what do you use? What do you do with the walking kit? You know, me with feet and you with wings, and me being able to walk around with feet and you being able to fly with wings. We live a bloody very lucky, fortunate life. That
We do.
we're getting around like this, and I thank you again for reminding me how lucky I am every morning when I hear you cackling.
Well, we are very lucky, and we're lucky tonight to listen to one of your songs. I wonder, what Barry's going to do to your song with his bloody bossa nova.
I can't wait to find out. Any chance of you having to sing with us as well?
Oh, I don't know. It's very difficult. With Stretch and I am Barry, it's very difficult to be in the room together. It's a therapy thing.
Okay, yeah. It's a long drive back home, and that'll get me through, I reckon.
Home, Watty. I'm thinking that we might have a little lock-in. It might be a lock-in. We can go live on Instagram. We'll be famous in about 3 months. I'll be going, he's still in there. Well, I think we should finish this little segment for our having a bit of a chat, because then we're going to sort of I want to obviously get into something a little bit more comfortable. Gee, I can feel that rabbit going through already.
That has lifted my spirits, love.
Well, look, I want to make sure that you're going to be process that one. So, of course, after eating rabbit, especially the ones that Neil Murray shoots, skins and guts.
How did you...
I've got a little digestive to help it get through your system. Have one of those.
How do you know they're my favourite?
Oh, don't you worry, old cooker. Cooker, he's got his bloody beak to the ground. I think we should... we're going to play a bit of a... I've got the rub board here, which I got from Louisiana. Very, very special.
Okay.
You threw an idea of a little song at me.
Okay.
Shall we do? Yeah, you want to sing it with your beautiful, possibly future ARIA award-winning tonality while you've got a digestive in your mouth?
I would love that. I'm just going to reflect and remember a couple of lines.
You just take your time and try and remember the words. I might just clean up those crumbs.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, that's what happens when you bring the boys from the bush and they're back in town. There we go. Just lift your feet up there, mate. Don't, just relax. Just lift your feet. Hold them up nice and high. That's it. Very good.
I think I got the lyrics now.
You got the words now? That's
so.
all right.
Well, so are we doing a cappella?
Yeah, well, no, we're going to do it with the rub board.
Rub
just
board.
Make sure, I just want to get the... Ready?
Now,
You go on.
the particular award-winning, well-known 1979 and 1986 Australian drama that we've taken this song from. Were you fond of the telly show?
What's the name of the telly show?
Prisoner.
Oh, and you've chosen that because you're a bit scared about actually getting out of the organ room, aren't you?
Help. Help.
Well, you might want to you can throw that. You know what? Can you throw the crumbs of that biscuit to the organeers? Tell you what, they're all going to be in an emotional bubble now. I promised them. I said he won't get through the whole biscuit because he's an experienced TV person, and they'll get the crumbs. I can hear them crying now.
Sorry, no, it's a long drive back home. Well, it was probably longer for you, though.
Right, what's our tempo? What are we doing? Do you want a little sip of... you had a bit of Ribena or something before. Did you wash that through?
I think it's all right. Maybe we'll go down a little bit slower.
Okay, a little bit slower. I like it a little bit slower.
Oh, nice.
Here, have some of them first. That'll freshen you up, yeah? Just put Righto, bung them in. Righto, go. 1, 2, 3, in we go. Plug them in, that's it. Chuck them in. All right, now, righto. Sing it. Tell you what, Watty, that metal is cold.
It certainly looks like it. It certainly looks like it. Yeah, all right. He used to give me roses. I wish he would again. Oh no, that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain, it comes down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, dun, 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 dun. Last night I dreamt we were together, with all the love we've ever known. Until I woke upon the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the sun still shines and the rain it falls down, but the sun and rain are prisoners too. Now, when morning comes around, on the inside the roses grow. They don't mind the stony ground, but the roses, they are prisoners too. When morning comes around, do-do-do-do-do. He used to give me roses. I wish he would again. Well, that was on the outside, and things were different then. Beautiful.
Oh, I think I've cut me. Yeah. Well, let's have a play of Jenny.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you ready?
Should we talk about some feelings?
You're going to get blasted with some organ.
I cannot wait.
You talk about your feelings, and I'll blast you with my big organ, Watty.
All right, let's go.
Let's see if I can get it started. I'll start gentle.
Okay, thank you.
It's a nice way to start, isn't it?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Or the neighbours, family or friends, skillful conversation is one thing that I've got. But on the subject of emotion, my tongue ties up in a knot. We can talk about the weather, talk about the news, talk about your sports team or your political views. We can talk on many subjects, I just don't seem to care. But when it comes to feelings, I get caught unaware. Oh, Jenny, I wish that I could talk, but I don't. And then you get hurt. Left in the lurch. I'd like to speak with substance, heart, soul and sustain. I'd like to finally knock down the walls up in my brain, so I could talk more freely and offer you advice with words that have more meaning, with words that empathize. Day or night of summer, autumn, winter or of spring, I can talk to almost anyone about any bloody thing. But when it comes to deep and meaningful hearts on the lane, I stumble and stutter until the words come up and down. Oh, Jenny, I wish I could talk, but I don't.
nothing else being said. I'm trying to bring you comfort with the thoughts inside my head. Now I don't lack compassion, and I'm not being withdrawn, but by the time I form a sentence, Jen, the moment's been and gone. But one day I'll be different, and my lines won't be so brief. I'll wrangle words of wisdom to bring you solace.